Okay, so this will be our last grammar video for the semester. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verb it's just a verb that goes with a particle, and a particle is a preposition or an adverb. I said in class that really if you just think a verb that goes with a preposition, and that's how you understand phrasal verbs, I'm completely fine with that. So the thing about phrasal verbs is that they are often informal and they're great for conversation in English. Sometimes they work in academic English as well, but I would be very careful about using them in academic English. Here's an example of a common phrasal verb, give away. And here's how you could use it. If you have seen how a movie ends, do not give away any spoilers. Okay, and a spoiler is like surprises that happen in a movie. So basically it just means if you have seen how a movie ends, do not tell people any of the spoilers or surprises. So reveal is a good synonym for giveaway. Some phrasal verbs are literal, and some are idiomatic. Native speakers often understand both. Sometimes, however, ESL learners can struggle with idiomatic phrasal verbs. They can find them confusing, and there are good reasons for that. Literal means without metaphor and having a direct meaning. And a good phrasal verb for that, to explain that, might be pick up. Okay, so pick up is a synonym for lift. You're picking something and it's going up, right? So that's, to me, is a very literal phrasal verb. On the other hand, idiomatic usually means being particular to a distinct language or group. Often idiomatic phrasal verbs are metaphorical in some way. Okay, they're non-literal, and you can use pick up in an idiomatic way. Like oftentimes native speakers will talk about picking someone up in their car. Okay, so if a friend of yours is going to pick you up in their car, that does not mean they're going to go to your house and lift you. That means they're going to drive to your house in their car, and then you will get in their car, and the two of you will drive somewhere together. In a sense, you're kind of still lifting them. Another idiomatic usage of pick up is that a person might ask, "Do you pick up my meaning?" Right? And in that sense, it means understand. And to me, that's the most idiomatic version of a phrasal verb like pick up. So here's another little literal one: give away your spare food. And here's a more idiomatic one: don't give away your secrets, both for giveaway. Here's a literal one for turn on being the phrasal verb. Turn on the TV. And then an idiomatic one: viewers were turned off by the violence of the TV show. So that does not mean that a person is literally being, they're powering down when they watch a TV show because they dislike it so much. But it just means that any kind of emotion that they had that was positive for the TV show is gone. So they're feeling more negative emotion towards the TV show as a result of the violence in it. So we talked about verbs, and just as there are transitive and intransitive verbs, we can also talk about phrasal verbs being transitive and intransitive. Basically, I think more important than thinking of transitive and intransitive is thinking that some phrasal verbs can be separated and some cannot, and some require an object and some do not. Okay? The transitive phrasal verbs require an object, and the intransitive ones do not require an object. Transitive verbs, the one that usually take an object, are also usually separable. And we can look at some examples here. So here's pick out. It's transitive. So you can't say you should pick out because you're waiting to know what the object will be. So it needs an object. You should pick out some treats, or you should pick out some candy. Pick out basically means choose in that example. Sorry. I don't know why I picked these fancy transitions. So, yeah, in this example, pick out is an informal version of choose. Pick out can be separated. you should pick some treats out, or you should pick some candy out.